Show, we look at new COVID-19 information and local prayer group and a new scam sweeping the nation.
We also talk about a local entertainment hotspot as well as some new holiday traditional ideas. All that and more coming up on Studio G.
Welcome to our final show of Studio G for the fall 2020 semester. I'm Daniel Avila.
And I'm Alan Barber.
After 9 months since the pandemic began, it looks like we are near to have a vaccine available. Studio G reporter Ramon Elizondo tells us when and who are getting treated first.
As we approach the winter, the coronavirus in the United States spiked dramatically, reaching more than 267,000 fatalities and over 13 million confirmed cases. Here in Nevada, so far, more than 2,100 people have died of COVID-19. Even though the coronavirus initiated in China, the U.S., being the most powerful country in the world, became the epicenter of the pandemic. Nevertheless, 2 U.S. pharmaceutical laboratories announced its COVID-19 antigen, and they are ready for the Federal Drug Administration to approve them. According to the New York Times, Pfizer, in association with Germany's BioNTech vaccine developer, will have 50 million doses and Moderna 20 million ready to distribute in the U.S. by the end of 2020. Pfizer antigen has 95% efficacy, and Moderna's rate is 94.5% effectiveness. Both require 2 shots within 3 weeks for Pfizer and 4 weeks apart for Moderna. But the question is, who is going to get immunized first? Well, Jeff King, manager of the Southern Nevada Health District's Office of Public Health Preparedness, has the answer.
Tier 1 group are healthcare workers, first responders, clinicians providing care and services to our most vulnerable populations, which would be nursing homes. The general public is Tier 4.
Despite the increase of COVID-19 cases, for some UNLV students, there is no pandemic that is going to stop them from reaching their academic goals.
Honestly, I have just a little bit left, so I don't mind coming back to school. And honestly, I'm not going to let a virus stop me from living my life and doing what I want to do. So I'm going to come, regardless.
I feel if things are getting worse and things aren't going to get better, I feel like we would have to stay home, but there's only like a week left. So I feel like if you die, you die.
Now, it's worth mentioning that none of these vaccines has been tested with children and pregnant women. So there's a lot of work to do. We'll see what happens in the next coming months. Reporting for Studio G, Ramon Elizondo.
This is good news, but vaccine developers don't know for how long after infection people are protected from getting COVID-19 again.
In recent news surrounding the COVID-19 pandemic, the CDC has shortened the recommended quarantine period for those who have been exposed to the virus. Previously, it was recommended that those who would have come in contact with another individual who have tested positive for COVID-19 have to self-isolate for 14 days. Now, it is suggested that those who do not show symptoms can end their quarantine period just after 10 days. If that person tests negative, however, they can end their quarantine after just 1 week. This decision is slowly based on the idea that it will be easier for people to follow quarantine instructions for a lesser amount of time. And the CDC does still maintain a full 14-day isolation. The safest option if you have come into contact with someone who has tested positive for COVID-19, as there is still approximately a 12% chance of spreading the virus if you are asymptomatic and end your quarantine period early.
This has been a semester unlike any other. There has been less on-campus activities and even before, thanks to COVID-19. But one group isn't letting the pandemic stop them. Studio G reporter Anthony Ramos shows us what they are all about.
The once vibrant and upbeat UNLV campus is now quiet and somber thanks to the coronavirus pandemic, but Dream Campus Ministries isn't letting the virus dampen their spirits.
We were doing it even before the pandemic. I think as far as the pandemic, our hearts are still the same. Like, we still want to unify students, even if UNLV is 50% there, right? We still want to go out to other people and still meet people and try to unify others.
Dream Campus Ministries, or DREAM for short, is a non-denominational Christian group dedicated to making disciples, baptizing disciples, and preaching the good news all over the world.
Even through, COVID, God and the kingdom doesn't really stop, God always continues, God's movement always continues. And so we just want to be, the light to people, wherever they're at.
I think the most important part to me is just the fact that, we love God. I just love the fact that we're a community of students that come together to really just have a relationship with God. And, all we want to do is spread the word and spread just whatever we wanted to do to other people.
DREAM offers its members personal Bible studies, 15-minute open discussions, counseling, and mentorships.
Yeah, we change it every time, man. Things like stress, things like love, patience, happiness. It's topical discussions, right? It's about certain topics and ideas.
DREAM meets daily at the UNLV Alumni Amphitheater. For Studio G, I'm Anthony Ramos.
To find out more about Dream Campus Ministries, you can visit their Instagram at Dream Campus Ministries or visit their Facebook page at facebook.com/VegasStrongICC. Now, let's toss it over to Alan for today's weather.
Good evening, Las Vegas. It is time for the weather today. So it looks like we are having a 52 high today for sunny this afternoon. And tonight it's going to be 34, so suggest bundling up. Long sleeves just like this, or a sweater, parka, however you want to spend the season. Cozy up with that pumpkin spice. Really good. Looks like throughout the valley right now, it's just a cool 50, mid 50s, low 50s. It doesn't look like anything's going to change. So if you're planning out to dress how you want, don't have to worry about changing. Looks like the whole week we are going to be in a cool 60-degree weather, and the rest of the week it's going to be in the late 30s and early 40s. And that's today's weather. I'm going to send it back to Daniel at the desk.
Do you need a fun place that's away from the hustle and bustle of Las Vegas? Do you need a fun date night? Perhaps you just want to support small businesses and enjoy the quiet. Our very own Alan Barber went down to visit the Water Street district to give you a little peek of what's down in the street, tucked away from the city.
Welcome to Water Street.
Water Street, the downtown for the person who doesn't like the hustle and bustle of the city life of Las Vegas. It's located in the heart of Henderson, Nevada, a place that thrives on art, independence, and small-town cohesion.
No, it's okay.
Watch it, it's an immediate,
From grabbing a bite at a local pizzeria, gambling at its smaller casinos, to just living in the now and forgetting the exterior noise.
just want to touch it.
A place for the curious eye, the family, and a great place to have a date night. It's the greatest secret that no one talks about. So come on down, take a walk, see what you've been missing. Give yourself a little bit of that independent taste while you walk around this beautiful part of town.
What is that?
It was cool before cool is even cool. Reporting for Studio G, I'm Alan Barber.
That seems like a cool spot to go with a date, like you said. But yeah, visit Henderson.
This pandemic isn't stopping this new local attraction from getting us in the holiday spirit. Triana Gondo tells us where.
2020 has been nothing short of unusual. Adding to the weirdness of this year is Area 15's Wonderland, adding a twist to this year's holiday. Area 15 has opened its doors back in September, just minutes away from the Las Vegas Strip off the I-15 and Desert Inn Road. It is home to immersive art and activities, eateries, and so much more. They recently opened up a new feature, a weird wonderland of holiday attractions called Wonderland. Here, you can take a socially distanced stroll through bright Christmas trees, shop from pop-up retailers, and cozy up with a cup of hot chocolate. It is filled with decorations for the perfect photo op that is out of this world. And how could you forget the aliens? All guests are required to wear a mask unless eating or drinking while seated, and capacity restrictions are put in place to ensure social distancing. In addition to the outdoor holiday experience is Area 15's indoor projection map room called Holiday 360 The Dream Before, an exhibition filled with lights and sounds. You can visit area15.com for more information on this different holiday experience. Reporting for Studio G, I'm Triana Gondo.
Wow, that looks lit. This attraction is open until January 3rd. For more information, visit area15.com.
Did you make your Christmas list and add the new PS5 to it? Be careful, because the scammers are out there right now. Reporter Jessica Corona has more.
Two of the most popular and hard-to-find gifts this year is the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series, and many parents might fall victim to scams while trying to buy these sold-out game consoles. Detroit Police Department tweeted earlier this month, "We had two people selling PlayStation 5s victimized by people posing as buyers. In one situation, which occurred in front of our station, the victim agreed to sell the PS5 for $1,200 to the suspects. The suspects snatched the PS5 and took off, not paying." Consumers are warned that they should not let their emotions get the best of them this holiday season. We really recommend that people buy this item from an established realtor or from someone they know and trust. Companies made thousands of devices, but thousands of people want them, so the scammers took advantage of the supplies. Don't fall victim to this and play smart.
We wouldn't want something like that to happen to you. Make sure to purchase your gifts this year from a trusted retailers.
And this is big. Las Vegas will not have New Year's Eve fireworks this year. Up next, Daniel Avila gives us more info.
There will be no fireworks show at the Strip this year for New Year's Eve, according to the LVCVA, the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority. President Steve Hill said that the city has always been a New Year's Eve destination, but simply the safety of the guests and employees is a top priority this year. And the best option is to cancel the show and avoid all the crowds. However, they did say to stay tuned since they do have other special plans to welcome the new year. Reporting for Studio G, this is Daniel Avila.
The CDC advises us to be safe by staying home for the upcoming holidays.
Neighborhoods around the valley are looking a little brighter lately. The holiday season is here, and our very own Derek Kruger shines some light on some of new holiday traditions, like this week's Entertainment Rundown Holiday Edition.
Whoa, happy holidays, guys. Welcome to another episode of the Entertainment Rundown. Obviously, it's a little different because Christmas is upon us. The end of the year is upon us. How excited are we for 2020 to be over? I know I am. But we're going to kick it off with some holiday favorites. I mean, you can see there are so many different holiday favorites out there, from Elf to Home Alone to The Santa Claus is Coming to Town, Frosty the Snowman. I mean, the list goes on forever. So, I have an idea for you guys. Go out there and start watching a Christmas movie a night. Me and my wife are doing that right now. We're gonna do it all the way up until Christmas. It's been so fun looking at all the different holiday movies out there. But another tradition you could maybe do is, we all know charcuterie boards, right? Meat crackers, olives. Everybody has their own way of making it. Well, a lot of people are taking it to the next level. Instead of gingerbread houses, people are doing charcuterie homes, or chalets as they say. I mean, there's so many cool ways to do it. They look really awesome. Go out there and try your hand at it. I haven't yet. I kind of want to. It looks really neat. But as I mentioned before, 2021 is near, people. How excited are we? It's just been a crazy year. No matter what, if it was a good year for some of you, a bad year for some of you, it's always nice to get into a new year, start fresh. So, because this is the last episode, I want to say from all of us here, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Merry Kwanzaa, happy whatever you guys celebrate, excited, have fun with the family, and Happy New Year's. We will see you around.
Derek, I love a good charcuterie board, so I'll definitely have to try a charcuterie chalet.
Hey Rebels! We all know that UNLV's commencement ceremonies will be virtual this year, but the Greenspun College of Urban Affairs is planning a fun and safe virtual graduation to celebrate all 2020 graduates. The graduation is set to take place on December 15th from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. The virtual event will feature undergraduate and master's graduates for all majors within the GUA, including our very own Hank Spun Green School of Journalism and Media Studies. Although many graduates will not be getting a traditional graduation, we here at Studio G want to wish all 2020 graduates the best of luck in their future endeavors. The future is yours.
Before we go, we want to recognize our 6 Studio G reporters graduating this semester. Derek Kruger, Marlene Sarkeesian,
Caroline Cook, Brianna Fayberger, and Daniel Avila. It might not have been the end of their college career as they expected, but we want to thank our Studio G Fall 2020 seniors for all their hard work, especially during these times. We wish nothing but the best for their futures.
And Ramon Elizondo, we almost forgot his name.
That's right.
That's all the time we have for today. We want to thank all of our Studio G viewers for tuning in this semester. I'm Daniel Avila.
And I'm Alan Barber. Thank you for watching. We'll see you soon.